Chief Exec of Network Rail is with us. How's it looking?
Well, it's devastating for passengers. I mean, this is a wasteland. It's like the darkest days of COVID. Passengers alienated from the railway because we can't run a service for them, and breaks my heart. It's really apologise to passengers who are facing that, and we know there's some real life issues for people who can't travel today. It's so wrong.
Who's running the trains that are running?
Well, the trains are being run by train drivers because they're not on strike, but we have managers who are fully qualified to be signallers and things, and who are running the signal boxes. But that's why. But we've only got a limited number of them, which is why we've got reduced hours of operation and why some routes are not open.
How much have you offered RMT?
I'm not going to negotiate with the RMT on
They say 2%, others are saying 3%.
Neither of those figures are correct. We've been clear that
is it more than that?
It is a lot more than that, because what we've said is there's real inefficiency in Britain's railways. We can be more productive, we can save the taxpayer money, and we can do a better pay rise for colleagues in the railway as well. And that's what we want to do. We want to reform working practices that are holding the railway back, and that means we can unlock then a better pay rise for the workers.
They want 7%.
Like I said, I'm not going to get into specific numbers, however many times you ask me. But we can.
Are you anywhere near that, though?
Look, we can. There's real. It depends how much reform we get. That's the point. I think there's huge reforms that we can do to working practices. We've got some crazy outmoded practices that drive inefficiency, that make the railway less safe, actually make it harder for people to work here. But we've had real resistance for making those reforms. We want to make those happen. We want to talk to the RMT and get the railway running again.
Mr Shapps, the Transport Secretary, said it would make matters worse if he was in the room for negotiations. Do you agree with him?
Oh, I do. Look, I've worked in the private sector, and you'd never have the shareholder in the room. It's up to management to talk to the trade union. Yes, the government sets a framework, but they've given me enough room to negotiate. It's the fact that the RMT doesn't want to facilitate the reform. That's the issue here.
How would you describe the mood of the RMT when they're negotiating with you at the moment?
I would say generally good, but just every now and again it's as if, something belligerent takes over them. I mean, we've had hugely constructive conversations. We think we're getting there. On Sunday evening at 8 o'clock, we thought we were literally within a hair's breadth of a deal. By 8:30, they were walking away. Same thing again yesterday. It feels as if, we get them almost to the line and then they fall back.
When are you going to start talking again?
Well, hopefully tomorrow. I think today everybody is busy concentrating on running a railway, doing the very best job for the few passengers who are travelling. But look, I want to talk to them. We will talk to them day and night, 24/7, to try to get the next strikes called off.
Do you think the strikes, as we speak now, are likely to go ahead on Thursday and Saturday?
I think they're likely, and I think people should plan on that basis. But I will do everything I can to try and turn that round. But I can't be confident about that at this stage.
What would you say to the RMT union if they're listening right now?
Talk. We've got real reforms which can give a generous pay award to my colleagues in Network Rail that can actually be good news for taxpayers, for passengers and those colleagues. I don't think those colleagues want to lose money. I think few of them can afford it. We all know what inflation is doing. We know what the cost of living is in Britain at the moment. They don't want to be losing pay. We need to be talking to get this fixed.
The government says that if these strikes continue to go ahead, they're going to change the law so that agency workers can do the jobs that RMT members are doing at the moment. Is that something you'd support?
Well, it doesn't have a huge impact on us because when you become to be a signaller or to be trained as a contingent signaller, it's a huge amount of preparation, obviously, because we don't compromise our safety standards one iota. So it's not really practical. But I think in other parts of the industry and other parts of the economy, the use of agency workers, I know, would make a big difference. Certainly in my previous experience in aviation, it would help. I know other parts of the economy. And I think it's inevitable when we see such intransigence over fundamental reforms.
How frustrated are you?
I think you can get the sense I'm massively frustrated because this is a wasteland. It should be teeming with passengers going about their daily lives. And as a system, we're letting them down, and we can't carry on like that.
Thursday and Saturday, if there is no resolution, will you be able to run a similar level of service?
It's effectively the same as today for those future strike dates. Tomorrow, sadly disrupted because the people who should be coming on at night turn to set the railway up for tomorrow morning will have been instructed by the RMT not to do that. So tomorrow morning will be really damaged. We hope by late morning a normal service running to the end of the day. But disruption as well on Wednesday, Friday and Sunday, and that's why this is so damaging.
Okay, good to talk to you. Thank you so much for taking the time.